Hello everyone, I hope you are doing really well. In this video, I will show you how to create a SFTP user with SSH key. Now, what is a SFTP user? A SFTP user is like a normal user, but he has access to a SFTP server. And you know that the SSH keys are used for authentication purpose. There are two types of SSH keys. First one is private key and the second one is public. The public key is situated on the server and the private key is situated on the client. In this video, I will use this Ubuntu which is installed in VMware Workstation as a server, and I will use this Ubuntu which is installed in WSL or Windows Subsystem for Linux as a client computer. So let's get started. In the beginning, I will create a user in my server. It's a simple process. First type sudo, then the add user command, then the name of your user, which is in my case SFTP user. Press enter, then give your password. Then you should set a password for the user. Again, type the same password. Here you can give some additional information or you can press enter to skip. Finally, press Y to complete the process. Now I will set up a SFTP server. At first, you need to update your system. So we update. Yes, press enter. Now you need to install a package. I will install Open SSH server package. It can take some time. Okay, the package has been installed successfully. Now you need to configure your firewall to allow SSH connection. Okay, you can see there is already a rule to roll. So it's okay. Now I need to restart the server. I will use systemctl command for that purpose. Finally, let's see our server's status. As you can see, it is showing active and running. So our server has been successfully set up. To know the IP address of your server, you need to use the ifconfig command. And here is the IP address of your server. And I will use this IP address to access the SFTP server in this video. It is time to create SSH keys now. Remember, you can create SSH keys in your server or in your client computer. So at first, I will create the SSH keys in the server, then copy the private key to the client. At first, you need to switch your user. So I will switch my user to SFTP user. Okay. Press enter. Now give the password of the user SFTP user. Now to create SSH keys, you need to use the following command. SSH keygen option view, then 4096. Press enter. Here in this part, you can give a name to your SSH keys or you can press enter to skip. I will skip here. You can also give it the passphrase. I can also press enter to skip. I will skip here. You should see something like that. Let's check. So press ls.ssh and you can see that in this folder there is two keys, idrs and idrs.pub. The pub file is the public key and this file is the private. Let's go into that folder. In this part, you need to copy the public key to the authorized key file. You can do that by using the following command: cat id RSA PUB extension, then it will append the public file to the authorized keys file. As you can see, there is a new file. We can take it by using the cat command. Now I am on my client computer and I will copy the private key to the client. So at first I will create a folder. I will call it .ssh and I will change its permission. I need to give my password. Okay, let's check the permission. As you can see, only the owner of this folder has access to read, write, or execute. Now let's go into the folder. So you can see the folder is empty, but now I will copy the private key to this folder, and I will use this command. Okay, let's clear the window. SFTP, then the username. You already know it is SFTP user. Then the IP address of the server, 1.9. Then the location of the private key in the server, a space. Then you should put the path where you want to private key. Press enter. Type yes and the password. It is showing 100%. So the private key is successfully copied to the client computer, and we can check it by typing the ls command. Here you can see the private key. Then you need to remove the private key from the server. It's always a good practice. To remove the private key from the server, you need to go into the .ssh folder. Let's type ls. Here you can see the private key, but I wanna remove it. So type rm id _ rs. See, the private key is gone. In this part, I will show you how to create SSH keys in the client computer and copy the public key to the server. At first, you need to use the SSH keygen command, then option B, then type 4096 and press enter. Here you can give the name of your keys, or you can press enter to skip. Also, you can set a passphrase for more security, or you can press enter to skip again. If you see something like that, that's mean your keys have been generated. You can check that by typing ls.ssh. Here you can see there is two keys. The keys with .pub extension is your public key, and this key is your private key. Now I will send the public key to the server. I will use ssh-copy-id command for that purpose. Then space, then give the username at the rate of, then the IP address of your server. Then press enter. Now type yes. So here you can see the path of the public key. You should give the password of your user, and you can see number of keys added 1. So I have successfully copied the public key to the server, and it's always a good practice to remove it this folder, and now I will remove the public key from here. Again type ls. As you can see, there is no public. You can also check it in the server. At first, let's switch our user. Let's go into the .ssh folder, type ls and press enter, and you can see there is an authorized key file, and I will view that file by using the cat command. And this is our public key. So we have successfully sent the public key into the server. And here is the name of our client. Finally, I will show you how to access the server using SSH keys. So I will log into the server using SSH command. At first type SSH, then the username, then the IP address of the server. Press enter. You can see it is not asking for any password or anything because you have the private key in the client computer and the public key in the server. So it is using those keys for authentication. You will be able to access the server, and you can do anything